Well, welcome to Clarke Cable and Custom Design Cables Innovation Application. Basically, the big issue for our client is saving time and saving money. When he runs his high-end systems, he's running high-end current for his projector, a secondary current supply for his electronics to convert DVI to fibre and backward, and of course the fibre itself. So you'd have to run 3 cables, which takes time. So we want to put those into one cable, and it didn't exist. Nobody made it, there was no standard. He came to us and said, can you provide this as a solution? And we said, yeah, we can have a look at that for you. So now, instead of having 3 cables to his equipment, he just runs 1. It's as simple as that. He saves 2/3 his setting up time and 2/3 of his tearing down time, because he only runs 1 cable. So to make that happen, you need the cable to start with, which is where Custom Design Cables came in. They put the cable together. Down the centre is a multi-mode fibre optic, and around that is then laid up 2 power circuits, 32 amp, which feeds the projection system, and 16 amp, which provides the power to the ancillary equipment. They're laid up together and oversheathed in polyurethane, which is a high, tough, resilient material. And then to make it work inside, we then had to break the cable down. So we then would get the two power circuits and then terminate them with industry standard and generally available made parts. So in comes the blue, the brown, the green, yellow, to which you have HO7 RNF, 3x2.5 square. The fibre optic comes straight the way through, and then we crimp in the second with HO7 RNF 3x1.5. We then put the safety cage together, parts that we made from regenerated PVC, nylon, and then injection mould. And during the injection moulding process, the mould comes in through the feed, it feeds into the box and comes out of the box and has to stop when it gets to the outside footprint of the mould. So that becomes a homogeneous solid mass of PVC. To give the cables life, we moulded individual strain reliefs, and these designs came around from standard products that we make. One of our standard products is a moulded UK plug. This has to withstand 20,000 flexings this way, 20,000 flexings this way. We took the concept of that and put it into this, so the cables are not going to fracture at the point of exit, and then terminated them with industry standard connectors, which everybody has, and in this case it was an electric power cons, the optical con fibre. So this system will talk to somebody else's system. It's not a dedicated fixed end, so if you had a style A box with your connector on and your partner has a B, they won't talk to each other because they won't fit. But by using industry standard connectors, which everybody has, you can dry hire or you can interchange equipment and the products talk to each other. So then to finish it off, we did breakout boxes for him, which is on our monitor system on the side there, where the power comes in, both circuits, the fibre comes in, and then it breaks out and feeds the equipment. So in the system it's running and working right now. So in here, I'll demonstrate when your colleagues finish there. So what you have in the you power in for 32 amps, power in for 16 amps. We're sending DVI into the send box, then out to the bottom. The 3 cables, 32 amp, the fibre, and the 16 amp plugs in through the splitter all the way down to the output device. People using fibre because with copper you're limited to about 100 metres tops if you're lucky. Fibre you can go virtually any distance, and with this the power's there as well, so no matter what, he can run a single cable, he can join 2 cables together with one of the splitter boxes, so it's a send and a return on, and only run 1 cable. It's also because it's made uniquely, it has his name printed along the whole length of the cable, so at the end of a show in the tear down, you know it's his cable because it's got his name all over it. In fact, it's blue, it sticks out like a sore thumb as well. So he just tells the riggers, all that blue cable in those trunks. Straight away he knows who it is. Because with standard fibre on its own, if you have a reel of multi-mode fibre with a connector on either end, about £1,000. Someone picks a drum of that and walks away with it with £1,000 down. It'd be very hard to walk away with 100 metres of this because it's no good to you. It's pretty unique. So the guy is basically saves time for the simple reason running one cable instead of three. The fibre is protected inside the cable, as I described. So even though it's a ruggedised tactical fibre as is used in the industry, it's actually jacketed and safely nestled away inside the power cables for probably 98% of its length. The only exposed part's the part that comes out the splitter. And if there's any issues, we can repair them. There's a backup service to repair fibre on site through another one of our partners. And if you really trust it, we can make the end off again completely. By just simply cropping it off, stripping it down, re-terminating it, put it in the box, injection mould, and you've got a new virgin one straight away. We looked at testing this to see how good it was, and I've got a little bit of video footage there. I took a power version. So we also do it as a power splitter, the same side of concept. Powered this up with 240 volts with a couple of LED lights on the end, and drove a cherry picker over it for 20 minutes on concrete, and it's still intact and still working now. IP44 rated as well, and again fully customised with your brand logo on. So we've taken the concept of things that we know work and adapted them to tailor-made a solution for a customer that had a problem. The chap who was here a few moments ago, similar, they have a problem. Technically you can do it by sharing his problem with the cable making expertise of custom design cables and Clarke's cables expertise in cable preparation, terminating and making things safe by moulding them. Pretty much that's what we do, and that's it. Any questions?
We've adapted it to also different cables. It could be fibre, it could be DMX, it could be interconnect cables, Cat7, Cat5. We can apply the same process to any customer's requirements for lighting, video, and it's got the same concept and the same approvals, if you like, in that sense. Most of the wires are UL, CSA, BRIES standard, so the wires that go in there are universally accepted in the States, around the world as well, so we don't have problems with taking European cables, if you like, necessarily over to offshore, I think. And the one we're doing at the moment for XL Video is actually going on a world tour, and that's got UL approved cables in there.
So the chap that was just here a few moments ago, as you arrived, they're putting a set together for a world tour that starts, and they want 8 power cores, 3 Cat7. You can't buy that; it doesn't exist, but we can make it, and we'll make 600 meters. So it's all, you'll walk around the show and you'll see lots of volume type of cable, and it's pretty much standard. So we'll buy branded name Cat7 to put in the composite, but we'll make something that doesn't exist. And in their case, we'll make 600 meters. So people have this concept, oh, it has to be volume, otherwise manufacturers aren't interested. We look at what it is, not what it's worth in that respect in terms of volume. So the XL Video on 600 meters of cable. This one here for A to G was 1.2 kilometers. It's relatively small when you look at the industry and how much cable is consumed. So what we're promoting to people is, if you have an idea, if you have a problem and you're looking for a solution, you think how it would work, but don't think anyone will make it, you come to us and we do.